everybody. This is another reading for Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This is chapter 4. Due to the restaurant-like setup of Brass Prep Senior Lounge, Jared, Manny, and their crew, Kyle Berkeley, Tyler Klepp, and Blake Benson, don't see Justice sitting in the back booth when they come in. True to form, Jared's disregards Doc's "everything stays in this room" directive. And since he's obviously under the impression that he and his bros have the lounge to themselves, he doesn't bother to keep his voice down once the five of them are seated. Jared, can you believe that a-hole? What kind of teacher has the nerve to suggest there's racial inequality to a classroom full of millennials? Kyle, seriously, bro? He said that stuff? Jared, I kid you not, bro. The dean should fire his A. I seriously might have my dad give the school a call. Tyler, dang, homie. Jared, and of course, SJ jumped right on it. I think the fact that her mom has to constantly defend all those thugs is starting to screw with her head. Blake, Kyle, and Tyler laugh. Manny laughs belatedly. Jared, if you ask me, she wants Justice to pop her little cherry. Kyle, well, seeing as you never did it. Jared, shut up. We were in 8th grade. Blake, you still totally want to tap that, bro. Kyle, too late though. If Justice is your competition, you're screwed, dog. Once you go black, right, Manny? Manny snorts. Tyler, too bad for SJ. Justice has his hands full with Mello Taylor, literally. Jared, which makes no sense to me, bro. What the heck does a hottie like Mello see in a guy who can't afford a Happy Meal? Manny, maybe it's not about the money, Jay. Jared, says the dude who drives a Range Rover. Blake, Kyle, and Tyler laugh. Manny, dog, what is with you today? Jared, I'm just sick of people suggesting African Americans still have it so hard these days. I don't care what SJ says, Manny. Your parents are totally proof that things are equal now. Blake, they really are. Jared, right here, right now, on these red hills of Georgia, a son of former slaves and sons of former slave owners are sitting down at the table of brotherhood, dude. The dream has been realized. Tyler, dang, bro. That was really poetic. Manny, that's from the I Have a Dream speech, T. Jared, remember, bro? I had to memorize that stuff for our 8th grade heritage play. Blake, that's right. Token black guy over here got sick or something, right? Jared, exactly. Kyle, you had one job, Manny. Manny, shut up, fool. Jared, I still remember the whole speech. Manny, that wasn't the whole speech, Jay. Jared, whatever. It was the most important part, and I remember all of it. They put brown makeup on me and everything. Blake, I remember that, dude. You totally got a standing ovation. Kyle, see? Things really are equal nowadays, bro. A white kid can play a famous black dude in a play, and it's no big deal. Jared, exactly. This is a colorblind society, my brethren. People are judged by the content of their character instead of the color of their skin. Kyle, right, dude. Like, I totally don't even see you as black, Manny. Manny laughs at this, but Justice can tell his heart isn't in it. The statement makes Justice think about those handcuffs. These fools might not see Manny as black, but Justice knows dang well the police would. Jared, my brothers, let us raise our Perrier bottles to equality. Blake, equality. Tyler, equality. Kyle, hell yeah, dude, equality. Jared, Manny, you with us, bro? Everyone quiet. Manny, course I am, bro. September 18th. Dear Martin, I just got back to school after an impromptu trip to the hood. Putting all my cards on the table, I went home with the intention of just staying there forever, which is extreme, I know. When I got there, Mama was curled up on the couch with her nose buried in how Stella got her groove back. Just seeing her reading, something she worked hard to teach me to do, I knew I'd be on the bus back to school before the evening was over. "What you doing here, boy?" "It's a school night," was the first thing she said without looking up from the book. "Can I drop in to see my dear old mom when I'm missing her?" "Who you calling old?" They, that made me laugh. "You gonna tell me what's really going on?" She closed the book and put it to the side then. I dropped my bag with a sigh. Just been a rough few weeks. "Come on over here and sit down." In all honesty, I didn't want to. Sit down is mama code for spit it out, and I would have preferred to get my big toes shot off than talk about the stuff I was trying to escape. But mama being mama and possibly psychic, she pulled it right out of me. "This about that cop in them handcuffs." I dropped down beside her. A little bit. I keep thinking about how much worse it could have gone. That non-indictment in the Carson case got you shook, huh? "Yeah. We had this discussion in class today, and I don't know, Ma. Everything I'm doing right now feels like a losing battle." She nodded. "Hard being a black man, ain't it?" I shrugged. "Guess that's one way to put it. All I know is I can't seem to figure out or to find where I fit, especially at that school. Hmm. It's just like I've been there my whole high school career, and I still feel like an outsider. We were talking about the Declaration of Independence, and all I could think about, or all I could think, was how Shamar Carson was straight up denied his inalienable rights. It really bugged me out. It should have. I did the math when I got back to my room. There were 192 years between the Declaration of Independence and the end of all that Jim Crow stuff. Now we're over a decade into the 21st century, and I know from experience people like me are still getting shafted. Mama nodded. Mm-hmm. Sitting there listening, sitting there listening to this rich white boy brag about breaking the law after I sat in handcuffs for no reason. I can't even tell you how hard that was, Ma. It's like no matter what I do, I can't win. She crossed her arms and lifted her chin, and that's when I knew there'd be no sympathy. "So what you gonna do? Run away?" I sighed. "I don't know, Mama. You think coming back here will solve your problem? At least I'd be around people who know the struggle." She snorted. "Boy, you better get your behind up to that school." Don't me, Justice. I don't fit there though, Ma. "I've been telling you since you were small that you gotta make a place for yourself in this world," she said. "You thought I was playing?" I sighed again. "You ever consider that maybe you're not supposed to fit? People who make history rarely do." "Ah, here we go with this making history thing again. Goodbye, Justice. I didn't raise you to punk out when the going gets rough. Get on out of here." She picked up her book. "Dang, I can't even get a hug, something to eat. You know where the kitchen is. You can get a hug on your way out." See what I deal with, Martin? On the return trip, it really hit me hard. She's right. There's really nowhere to run. While it's been hard processing my arrest, Castillo's death, the Carson case, dealing with fools like Jared and them on the daily without getting discouraged, when it comes down to it, I don't really have an alternative but to keep going, do I? I tell you, the hardest thing for me today, sitting in the lounge listening to Manny agree with those fools. Granted, I could tell his heart wasn't in it, but still, I'll be candid with you. Sometimes it really bugs me that Manny spends so much time with those guys. I know he's known them forever, and it's none of my business, but it's hard to see my boy hang out with dudes who are blatantly disrespectful to our people, who puts a little kid in blackface. And then he doesn't say anything about it. I guess it's possible it doesn't bother him, but to hear him agree that things are equal when he knows about my incident, well, I'm kind of mad about that, if you want the truth. I've been trying to figure out what you would have done if you'd been in my shoes today. I know you lived in a world where black folks were hosed and beaten and jailed and killed while fighting for equal rights, but you still managed to be like dignified and everything. How did you do that, Martin? How do I do that? There are people who don't see a man with rights when they look at me, and I'm not real sure how to deal with that. Being treated the way I was, and then hearing Jared insist there's not a problem, and then hearing Manny agree with him, it sucks, Martin. It really does. So, what do I do now? How do I handle people like Jared? Arguing obviously won't work. Do I just ignore him? But what does that solve, Martin? I want to put my best foot forward, as Mom would say. That's what you did. Just got to figure out how. Time to knock out some of this homework. Hopefully, I can focus. Thanks for hearing me out, Justice.